Clevinger and Plesac, and the list goes on and on and on. There may be more. They're telling us that that's the end of it, but who knows? Would you guess that MLB security caught them, or somebody called MLB security? It doesn't seem like a normal way things get found out.
Yeah, and of course we refer to Zach Plesac and Mike Clevinger going out after Saturday's game. Plesac for sure, and then Clevinger reportedly with Plesac after Saturday's game in which Plesac pitched. And that was a violation of protocol. They weren't supposed to leave the hotel. I don't know if it was a combination of MLB and Indian security or just MLB security, but in any event, Plesac got hit first, and then, and he came clean and was contrite about it, but he was immediately put into quarantine. Meanwhile, Mike Clevinger acted as if nothing was wrong and was even, listening to the criticisms of Plesac, all the while knowing he had done the exact same thing, and he wasn't busted until Monday, or it didn't become known to the Indians until Monday. And so you have 2/5 of this incredible pitching, this incredible rotation, both violating protocol, both on the restricted list, and then on top of all of that, just when you think it couldn't get any worse, Adam Plutko, who started yesterday in place of Clevinger, drops about 20 bombs on top of Plesac and Clevinger's heads, saying they lied to us. I mean, Adam Plutko was one of the biggest national stories yesterday based on what he said after the game yesterday regarding Zach Plesac and Mike Clevinger.
Well, somebody said today that, well, what's the big deal? Nobody got hurt and all that. Nobody got hurt. You got Terry Francona, who's what, 60? How old is Tito?
61, I believe.
61. You got pitching coaches. Now you have hitting coaches. You're talking about something a little more serious than going out to dinner. And by the way, in the new bargaining agreement, do they have 2-for-1 meal package? Does that come in on that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Les. It's not just Terry Francona who wasn't with them in Chicago. You think about, at least I do, the first name that comes to my mind is Carlos Carrasco, battling leukemia. Incredible story just to be out there, and the fact that not only his teammates but his members of his rotation were, at least in the Clevinger case, on the plane with him going back to Cleveland. And then, of course, Plesac doing it as well. The idea that they would have, those two guys would have Carrasco as their teammate and not recognize what they were doing was way out of bounds is confounding to me. And in the case of Clevinger, did he honestly think he was going to get away with this for the remainder of the year by not saying anything at the time and not saying, hey, you know what? I did this too. I don't know what he was expecting, but the bottom line is it's going to be a very difficult fence to mend. That's for sure.
Yeah, and of course you talk about Carrasco, and I'm talking about Terry Francona. It's just a bad situation. Maybe it's a good thing the season isn't all that long. In the meantime, Clevinger did issue an apology to the Indians over the weekend. He says there's an implicit trust that each of my teammates share as we navigated through the season of the pandemic, and broke that trust. In Chicago, that mistake, violating protocols, but the biggest mistake was that not all was coming clean to my teammates. So I don't know. Do you give him credit for that or not give him credit?
Yeah, that's really a difficult one, Les, because I'm not saying I was willing to excuse Zach Plesac, but you can at least understand it a little bit. He had pitched on Saturday afternoon. He had friends in the area, and he probably said, you know what, I want to sneak out and hang a little bit. Not good by any means. I'm not excusing it, but I'm saying you could at least see where that was coming from. What I cannot see,
I don't think he thought it out that much.
Okay. Well, even if he didn't think it out, Les, what I can't see is Clevinger. I just don't know how you could go along with Plesac, or you and Plesac are together. He gets busted, you don't at that moment, and then you just think, well, let's just conduct business as usual and hope I don't get caught. That is so bizarre. That is strange. And honestly, Les, I'm not one of those people who looks at starting pitching and says, well, you have to move them. But in the case of Clevinger, I don't know. This is a tough one. This is going to be very, very difficult for the Indians to get over this.